This is my story. What's yours?
I started in Toward Independence in 2014 as a DSP. My first position was an overnight awake position, so I didn't really get a lot of community integration with those clients until I stepped into a position at second shift where I honestly flourished. I met what I call my guys. JJ, Mike, and Tim were my first house where I got to do things with them and go places. We went fishing, to the movies, we went to vacation to Tennessee, to a concert out of state to Dolly Parton. Obviously, I wanted the supervisor position where I could stay with the guys that I had grown very close with, but their home had a supervisor. So I applied for a supervisor in another location. It was the Lawndale home, and I got to work with another set of gentlemen that were of different abilities. One gentleman had a traumatic background, and that's where I really started to learn a lot about our clients, where they came from, and then myself. I started taking trauma-informed care classes to understand the behaviors of why they act the way they do and what the behaviors mean from what they've experienced in their past. And through those classes, it was like a light bulb in my head went off. Like I started saying, oh, this stuff makes so much sense, but not just to my clients. As I grew up in a very traumatic background, I had a very difficult childhood and not a very loving parents. So it made me a pretty bitter person, feeling like I didn't have anything to give the world. The world didn't have anything to give me. My search for a career led me down a million paths. I worked in retail, fast food, food service, bartending. I was a CNA in a hospital. I worked in hospice, daycare centers, kitchens. I liked working, but it just never felt like home. It never felt like it fit. And I followed my sister into cosmetology because she loved it. I must love it too. So I didn't. But I did end up, that's where I discovered the position of a direct support professional, because this lovely lady sitting behind me, her family used to bring her in and get haircuts, and she was just the sweetest thing in the whole wide world. I was so in love with her personality and her outlook on life and her smile and her giggles. It's just amazing. So I talked to the person that was her family, and they told me about Toward Independence, and I reached out, did an observation, and through there, that's how I found the agency. And I took the position as just working part-time to earn a little extra money for the holidays, and in less than a year, I left the salon. I have 2 kids. My son will be 19 next month. He wants to go to Sinclair for firefighting. I have a 17-year-old daughter that is on the spectrum. She's very high functioning herself, and she's been a part of TI as long as I've been here. She's kind of grown up with the clients. She volunteers at parties and proms and stuff. And I lost my husband 3 years ago, pretty tragically, and that's when I decided that I wanted to do more with my career. It was a struggle to come back from a traumatic experience and losing someone, but this job saved my life. I don't know where I would be without it. Not just my clients, but the coworkers and colleagues and staff. They're absolutely amazing. I could never ask for a better team to work with. When I lost my husband, I was displaced out of my home for a week, and Toward Independence and the board stepped up and paid for our hotel. I didn't have to worry about meals because all of my coworkers came together and purchased gift cards for restaurants and fast food and gas stations and grocery stores and things that we could purchase to live out of the hotel for a while, and games and puzzles, video games and coloring stuff and crafts. Like they kept it coming. Like things continuously kept coming for my family in support of what we had just experienced. And that really meant a lot to me, more than I could say, because I don't have a family. I never had a family before. I never felt a part of anything, and except when I was married and my little family. And then when I lost him, I felt like I'd never have that again. But I feel like it's given back to me tenfold with this agency and my clients and my staff. It's a home that I absolutely never knew that my heart could ever find. I would encourage anyone to apply with Toward Independence because we have a great program here. We have a lot of opportunity for entry level and a lot of opportunity to move up within the company. There's a lot of different positions. A direct support professional works closely with the individuals, assisting them with their tasks. We have a creative community connection day program that is wonderful in group outings and doing things together. We have a lot of things planned in the future. We have Disney vacations, Gatlinburg vacations. I think that no matter what you're doing now, you'd love this more. I promise you.
This is my story. What's yours?
Okay.